Are we together? Death becomes the reason. So anyone who believes Jesus Christ carries the light inside of him. Anywhere you appear, Christ has also appeared. Colossians chapter 3, I think verses 3. It said, therefore ye are dead, and thy life is in Christ, and Christ in God, and thy real life is Christ. And when Christ appears in glory, ye shall also appear in the same glory. In other words, as I enter here, Christ have entered. In other words, anywhere I appears, Christ has appeared. In other words, anything I touch must yield the result, because that is Christ touching. In other words, anything I say must happen, because that is Christ speaking. For the life I live now is no longer my life, but the life of Christ. Galatians chapter 5 verse 20. He said, this is no longer I that live it, but Christ that liveth in me. So anywhere I appears, what you see is Christ. It's no longer Christopher. Anything I touch, that is Christ touching, is no longer Christopher. The light bearers are not men that can be hidden. It's not possible. Forget about it. It's not just about stage. When you come on stage, I search into the spirit to know where your name is written. It's not about stage. It's not about how good you can preach. There is a realm that is older than that. There is a place we can really search to know whether you are a true born again Christian, a correct bearer of the light. Good voice is not part of it. There are people with a very fantastic voice but not lack impact. Whenever they sing, people clap hand, but in 2 minutes they forget the song you sing. They'll ask you and say, ma, can you remind me that song you just presented now? Because the song you are singing lack impact. There's no life in it. It means you are not a light bearer. Any man that carries the light, when he appears, you know. Any man that carries the light of God, anywhere he appears, you know. It's not something you can hide. Nobody can hide the light. Light was not meant to be hidden. Anywhere there is light, darkness must disappear. It's not possible. When we search into your life, even though you're a good singer, but fornication is part of your life, you are not a light bearer. Even though you're a good preacher, but we discover that lying is still part of your life, you have not encountered light. Even though you're a good preacher, but you are still cohabiting, it's a sign that you have not encountered light. When light appears, darkness disappears. Mante kapatosata, lipante ke paruskata, lesuta latambreha, malika poske pete, sharaka pate kombraha. Elina Hashalata, Epecompete Suta, Emanante Kaba, Elika Pratos Keteka, Ashalaka Parias, Empetoska. Can you just speak in tongue in a few minutes? Emana Shalinas, Empekala Kasutala, Sharaka Petus, Emanana Kaparata, Empate Kapata, Sharaka Kapante, Emana Kaparata. Shalante Kemba, Empatalata, Ikapataka, Sharata, Epeketeke, Eahalate, Elapantalatos, Eshalakaparias, Empakatekepa, Emanateka, Ashalata, Rakapatekeparas, Shalante Kapatena, Rakapateke. Light bearers are men of power and authority. Light bearers are men of power. They are men of audacity. They are men of authority. When you carry light, you can command. Jesus looked at a woman in the book of Luke chapter 13 verse 12. He said, woman, thou art loose. Thou art loose. Thou art delivered, because he carries light.